July 24th, getting a fairly early start, 7 o'clock today. It's supposed to start raining around 5 or 6 o'clock, so I want to try to get in to camp before it rains, and it's supposed to rain all night and all morning. So if I don't get wet today, I'm going to definitely get wet tomorrow. But anyway, I've got about 18 and a half, 19 miles to go again today, similar to yesterday. And today I've got Bromley Mountain to go over, which is a ski resort there. That's about a 1,500 foot climb for me. And then after that, I've got Styles Peak, which is only about 1,000 foot climb, so that's not as bad. And those are my two mountains for today. And sounds like it's a little easier than yesterday, but you never know. So hopefully everything will go great. I'll get into camp before it rains, and that'll be that. Almost to the top of Mount Bromley. This is the first view I've gotten. Hopefully I'll get a better one. Made it to the top of Mount Bromley. Got pretty good 360 views. Another ski resort over there. They're everywhere around here. All right, time to go down the other side. Griffith Lake. Looks like a little beaver pond to me. Well, my day's almost done. Just about to the Lost Pond shelter. I did about 18 miles today. Looks like I'm just gonna beat the rain. So all that's good. And I didn't even have to wear my bug hat today, which was weird, but I'm not complaining. And that's about it. Okay, change of plan. I found another shelter that's just 2 miles from here, so I'm gonna walk 2 more miles to that one. And that'll give me a shorter day tomorrow when I go into town. I just got my water down there. Now I'm headed over this suspension bridge. And the shelter should be right across this bridge. Okay, I have a new plan. I got water, went to that shelter. It's terrible. It was raining, but then it stopped, and now the sun came back out. So now there's a campsite 3.5 miles from here, and they charge $5 to camp there, but it's 3.5 miles closer to Rutland. So I'm headed there now, which will give me 23 miles today, which obviously is a huge amount of miles, especially since I climbed mountains today. But I'm just taking a chance that it stopped raining and it's going to stay nice until I get there. I know it's going to rain eventually. But it's almost flat. I mean, I've got a gentle 400-foot elevation climb over 3.5 miles, so it's not that bad. So I'm going to do it and hope I don't get rained on. I made it to Little Rock Pond. This is where I'm camping tonight. I just got to find a place to put my tent up, and that'll be that. 23 miles today. July 25th, 8:30 in the morning. It's 8:30 and I'm just leaving because it's been pouring rain all night and it finally let up, so I decided to take my chances. I'm sure I'll get rained on again, but most of it is over. Of course, that's going by the weather radio because I have no cell phone signal here, so I couldn't check the radar. But according to the weather radio, it is pretty much over. And the only other good news today is I only have 12 miles to walk to get to the trailhead where I can get a ride in town. So it shouldn't, let's see, 8:30, hopefully around 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock at the latest I'll be in town, hopefully. I just have to be really careful walking on these rocks and roots when they're wet. They are like ice. This is when I always fall down and hurt myself, so I'm going to take it nice and easy. And as you can see, there's tons of rocks in this section, so I hope once I get out of this little valley here, the rocks go away. And then other than that, I'm just looking forward to getting into town and getting a shower. I've been out here for 4 days. I've got enough food just for today, so I gotta go into town. And I just would like to get some clean clothes and a shower. One last look at Little Rock Pond before I get out of here. One more thing I forgot to mention. I am doing 12 miles today, but in those 12 miles, I have a 1,500-foot mountain to climb. and 1,000-foot mountain to climb. And it's raining again. I'm on top of the first mountain, walking through this cool pine forest. And the rain's finally stopped, hopefully for the last time. You never know, might rain again, but hopefully not. Somebody stacked a bunch of rocks here. I know there's a bigger one than this somewhere, but this is the one I found. Here's the main pile of rocks that I was looking for. Much better than the first group of rocks. I almost walked right into him. I stopped to make a phone call, and he was 5 feet away from me the whole time and never moved. And then I started walking again, and he just took off running. Well, now that's my second I've seen. Well, I've got 1 mile left today. The sun just came out, and the bugs were eating me alive, so I had to bust out the hat again. So hopefully the next 3 days is supposed to be a lot cooler and way less humid, so hopefully that'll keep these bugs down. But right now I think they're just out for blood. And I got my ride lined up, so as soon as I go that 1 more mile, I'll just wait for my ride and I'll be in Rutland tonight. Airport and the Taconic Mountains in the background. Walking over the Mill River on this little bridge. Bridge is going all over the place. All right, Alright, I'm at the hotel, got my shower. Now I'm headed down to the Golden Arches to get a pre-dinner snack. Well, I just finished shopping at Wally World, then got a sub for dinner. Now I'm all set, but I still need some snacks, so I gotta bring this back to the hotel and then head over to the gas station for some snacks. And then I should be all set. July 26th, and I'm sitting at the hotel just waiting to get picked up to go to the trail. And today I've got one big climb up to Killington Peak. And it's big, it's another 4,000 footer. So it's about 2,600 feet from the bottom to the top that I'll be climbing up. So as soon as I get picked up, I go about 5 miles of fairly level trail, and then I hit that peak. And then I climb down it for a long time, and that's pretty much my day. So I'm gonna do about 21 miles today. And hopefully it'll go pretty good. The weather's great, it's in the 50s right now. I mean, it's actually a little cold, which is great for hiking. So I'm really actually looking forward to today. And I'm gonna get some great views because there's not a cloud in the sky right now. So when I get up to Killington, it's gonna be fantastic. So I'll show you when I get there. Well, I got dropped off about 10 minutes ago, and I was so worried about climbing Killington today, I didn't pay attention to the first climb. Oh, which is 1,000 feet, almost straight up. So this is getting me hot on a cold start. I know it's chilly today, but I'm not cold anymore. This is a really steep climb, so I don't know, just one more climb. I still got to do the miles. Okay, more rocks. Put the phone down. I'm about halfway up Killington, and this is the trail. It's rough. It's not the worst I've ever had, but it's definitely not easy. The good thing is it's getting nice and cool. And when I get to the top, it should feel even colder. I think it's only in the low 60s right now up on top. I don't know what it is here. Feels like it's maybe 70. But I'm high enough now, you see there's nothing but pine trees. And of course it smells like pine trees. And when it's all pine trees, this is usually what the ground looks like, rocks and roots. So, a little break right there. Anyway, I'll just keep pushing on till I get to the top. Oh, now it's getting harder. More climbing, more rock climbing. Let's see if I can do this. Look at that. Didn't even have to put the phone down. Well, just before I got to that shelter at top, I found a side trail that goes to the very peak of Killington Mountain. Unfortunately, the side trail goes straight up the mountain. It's a quarter mile, but it's a couple hundred more feet straight up. So I'm gonna take it to get some really good views up here, and I hope it's worth it. I'm at the top of Killington. 4,235 feet. Second highest point in Vermont. Oh, by the way, that's just where I climbed up from, right there. That was not fun. I really don't want to go back down. And I walked down to where the ski lift area is. And they're not running today. Didn't think they would be. You can see some of the smaller peaks down there. And there's a lodge right here. I doubt it's open since the lift's not running. Well, unfortunately, nothing there at their ski resort was open, although there were people there, workers I mean. Wasn't open to the general public. So, I'm climbing back up to the very peak and then taking that unbelievably steep trail back down, and hopefully I won't fall and break my leg, because it's wicked steep. So, and it's always easier to come up a steep climb than it is to go down a steep climb, at least for me. So this is not going to be fun. Look at that, I made it to 1,700. 1,700 miles. Less than 500 to go now. Well, you can see hardly any pine trees now. So that means I've dropped way down in elevation. I've also started sweating again. So it's definitely a lot warmer down here as I get closer to the valley. And I think I was originally going to go 21 miles today, but I think that was a little too aggressive because I am really tired. And I've only gone 15 AT miles plus another maybe mile for that round trip side trip I made up to the peak of Killington. That's what really got me. So I'm just going to go a couple more miles and see if I can't head back into Rutland tonight because I am beat. And I'll try a 20 tomorrow.